How's it going, Fountain? City Council candidate Eric Gregg here. Just wanted to jump on because last night I got an email from a voter asking what differentiates me from the other candidates in this race. And so I just wanted to come on here and explain what my reasoning was. So before I officially start here, I just want to ask a favor of you. If you like what I'm saying here, I'm still being stifled by the Facebook groups for Fountain. So if you wouldn't mind liking, sharing uh, this video with your friends, family, neighbors, weird guy who lives down the street, I'd really appreciate it. So the first thing I want to talk about is our strategies for fixing roads. I think this is one of the areas where the other candidates and I, at least from what I've been able to tell online, differ the most in how we plan on securing funds to fix the roads. So my belief is that we should join the Pikes Peak Rural Transportation Authority, or PPRTA. Joining would afford us about $5 million in funds to fix our roads, and every dollar we put into the PPRTA would bring back about $1.30 to our roads. This is nearly double the amount that the city has budgeted for our roads next year. If we keep at the current rate of funding, it's going to take us about 2 decades to fix the roads as they currently are. Joining the PPRTA would cut that time more than in half, down to like 8 or 9 years. But it would require about a $15 additional sales tax per adult per month, though this is likely an overestimate because if you're spending any money in Colorado Springs or elsewhere in El Paso County, you're already paying this tax and you have been since 2005. I'd prefer not to raise taxes, but I don't see any other reasonable way to repair our roads promptly. It's also worth noting that the sales tax would not apply to groceries. I know those are really expensive right now for everybody, so that would not go there. And I also want to ensure that high quality construction standards are held by the contractors we get to build our roads. It's part of the reason we're in this state that we are right now, because those standards were not upheld. I'd also like to use the opportunity as we reconstruct our roads to improve our cycling and walking infrastructure. Both of those things are going to reduce future road repair costs and have a myriad of other benefits. Based on what I've seen from other candidates' plans, a lot of them seem to believe that we can find similar funding by auditing the budget. However, our budget is $44 million. If you remove the first responder funding and staff salaries from the $44 million budget, we're left with only about $17 million. And I don't believe it's possible to find 1/3 of that remaining budget for road repairs without major cuts to other departments, which include projects that keep our drinking water safe and our parks welcoming places for families. Moreover, the budget is publicly available, and if somebody really wanted to audit it, they could. And on this topic, I'll end with this. At the city's budget meeting this last Tuesday, the head of the department in charge of road repairs stated that our residential streets are mostly past repairing. In fact, he said that they need a root canal. Our roads are a massive concern, and we need to do something big to actually fix them, and I think that big thing is joining the PPRTA. And then my other big focus in this campaign is building community, something that I think has been severely damaged all over the US since COVID happened. In addition to fixing our roads, I also have plans to expand the city's efforts to build a strong community in Fountain. I would like to see the city partner with school districts, churches, and local businesses to create after-school programs and summer programs for school-age kids. I would also work towards bringing affordable childcare to Fountain, whether that's private or public. Both these things work to relieve some of the burden of childcare on families, but it also brings us closer as a community. I would also like to ensure that we have at least one big community event each month. And finally, I want to be working for the community and make myself as available as possible, both digitally through social media, email, and in person. I really like to have at least once a month a meeting where I just make myself publicly available for questions, comments, concerns, conundrums, whatever you have for city council. So that's all I wanted to put out there today. And yeah, I hope you have a wonderful night.